Conscious Collaboration brings together entrepreneurs, change makers, and thought leaders. We aim to highlight the people that embody the idea of aligned mind, body, and business. Each week, we share, discuss, and learn from the various experiences and ideas of our guest experts. Through our discovery, we find a path to an aligned mind, body, and business.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Emily. And we are the Conscious Collaboration Podcast. What up, guys? What up, Lisa?
Hey, Emily.
Hey. We've spent so much time together lately. It's funny. So today we are going to talk about something that we encountered on Instagram recently called Lucky Girl Syndrome. And I want to, before I dig into it, because I'm actually going to just read this whole post verbatim to give you guys some context. But I want to start with the caveat that this is just putting a name on a concept that is not, limited to just girls or women. And personally, I don't even love the word lucky. I try to use the word fortunate in, conversation. But also it's talking about the concept of manifesting, good things into your life. And so I think it's worth examining a little bit kind of the different perspectives on simplifying manifestation. I think that's always a good exercise. So I am going to go through this post. It's pretty straightforward. And the original poster is at Alex Manderstam. No, Manderstam.
Apologies, sir, or female. Who is it?
It's Alex, so it could be
Alex.
yeah.
Could be
Maybe Lucky Girl Syndrome. I'm gonna actually
it could be female.
throw the assumption that it's a woman. But at any rate, Alex Manderstam was the original poster for this post on Instagram. So, what is Lucky Girl Syndrome? If you've spent any time on TikTok in the last couple of weeks, chances are you've heard of the Lucky Girl Syndrome. But what is it? And Lisa and I, we spend zero time on TikTok. We feel like the more grown-up realm of Instagram Reels is kind of where it's at. But so this has made its way over to Instagram since then. Simply put, you can increase your chances of good things happening to you by believing you are lucky and telling yourself how lucky you are. New job opportunity out of nowhere, Lucky Girl Syndrome. Free coffee at Starbucks, Lucky Girl Syndrome. Does it actually work? The Lucky Girl Syndrome uses the law of assumption, which is a theory that maintains that what we assume to be true is what we eventually manifest. To become a lucky girl, you need to believe that good things are inevitable, abundant, and are already happening for you, just like magic. If you keep telling yourself that you are lucky, you will invest your time and energy into confirming this. What's the science behind it? To understand how the Lucky Girl Syndrome works, we need to talk about the reticular activating system, or RAS. This place in your brain is responsible for filtering information that comes into your brain. Simply put, if you want to focus on the fact that you are lucky, RAS will filter all the information and events in your brain to promote this fact and bring you a proof. And then it goes through some affirmations for lucky girls, some examples being, I am so lucky. Good things always happen to me. I am always at the right place at the right time. Everything always works out for me. I get everything I want. The universe always has my back. I expect the best and I always get it. So yeah, that is the gist of the post. And I think it's pretty great that they included a little tidbit about the neuroscience behind why this works, but you hear people say this in different ways. It's not that thoughts become things, but beliefs become things or reality.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what we believe, we're telling ourselves, we're telling our DNA things when we talk to ourselves, either out loud or just, to yourself, as innocuous as any little thing may seem. When we tell ourselves or when we tell our bodies something, eventually that just is our truth. So why not shift, how we talk to ourselves, if you will, to shift those beliefs into believing that all good things happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be the harm in believing that, right?
Right. I mean, even if it is like a placebo effect,
Mm-hmm.
it's a way of programming ourselves in a way
Mm-hmm.
to get out of that down talk. We've
Right.
had a little bit of talking before about the studies that Dr. Masaru Emoto did with forming crystals under the energy of different words, like
Mm-hmm.
post-it notes that would say, beautiful, or, music that was harmonic versus, scattered energy forms different water crystals. So why should people exist under any other circumstance? So if we're telling ourselves, even just driving around looking for that non-existent parking spot downtown St. Pete, and you're like,
Mm-hmm. I'm
you just
never going to find a spot.
yeah,
Guess
you're
what?
not going to find a spot.
You're not going to find a spot.
But if you're like, hey, I'm the
I've
luckiest,
actually done that a couple of times, manifested a parking spot just
it's
out
the
of
first
nowhere.
thing that comes to
I'm
mind.
like, I'm going to find my spot now.
I'm always lucky. I always find rock star parking.
Mm-hmm.
And there it
Mm-hmm.
is. And you got rock
And there
star
it is.
parking. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think, the law of assumption, I think I'm behind it. I can get behind that, assuming that there is this abundance all around us at all time. We just need to be aware and see it to access
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
It has very much to do with the framework of our mindset and how we're entering into driving down Central looking for that parking spot, or even just looking at our giant, we were talking about and prepping for this, all the to-do list things that we have going on.
Mm-hmm.
So navigating through overwhelm, we might say, I have this huge list of things, but having lucky girl mindset, or lucky girl, what did they call it? Lucky girl syndrome. But that
Lucky
lucky
girl
girl,
syndrome. Yeah, I think that's a
yeah,
little dramatic, but we'll roll with
I
it.
mean, I'll roll with it. I'm a big fan of what comes off of TikTok.
Yeah. If that's the concept, if that's the
Pop
phrasing that
culture.
resonates with you, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
There's
like,
different ways to apply it.
yeah, you could get, like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to get through this whole to-do
Right.
list.
I'll never get through this whole to-do
I'll
list.
never
Then
get
you
through
won't.
it. Or I'm a lucky girl, and you know what? It's gonna
I always have the energy and resources that I need to get through.
my best ideas come through in
Mhm.
the 11th hour.
Yeah.
And you know what? Some of those items on your list might just fall away and solve themselves before you
Mm-hmm.
even get to do them.
Mm-hmm.
So lucky girl syndrome or mindset.
Mm-hmm. I have exactly what I need to just rock this to-do list.
Yeah, knock it out and yeah, rock it. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of like rock star syndrome better than lucky girl. But I mean,
I
I get
think calling it a syndrome is like goofy. It's not a syndrome. It's a mindset shift that, puts you in a better position. It's the part of the manifesting process that tells you to put yourself in the energy of the thing that you wish to manifest. If you're looking at the spaghetti analogy,
Mhm.
it's staying in the spaghetti restaurant as you know your spaghetti is going to arrive, rather than leaving, going to the taco truck and still wanting and hoping your spaghetti arrives.
Right. Right.
Like you put, if you want to manifest something, but then you're telling yourself that you're not going to get it, then you're not going to get it.
It might not even be on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So that for those of you that are wondering about the spaghetti model of manifestation, we got that from one of
Not to be confused with anything hurricane related.
right. Not the spaghetti model.
Not the spaghetti model.
We don't want to hear any more of that. We don't get to that for a couple more months. Although those were some challenging days. But yeah, so the spaghetti concept of manifestation is really and it was from our favorite YouTuber, talking about you make an order to the universe what you desire. And we're out to dinner, we're ordering our spaghetti. We're not going to keep saying to each other in our conversation, where's my spaghetti? How's it going to get here? When is it coming? Who has my spaghetti?
You don't repeat your order to the server multiple times. You don't tell the server all the things you don't want in your, about your spaghetti. Well, I don't want you to spit in it. And, I don't want any hepatitis in it and all this. You don't do all that. You don't infuse negativity into what you're manifesting.
Right.
And then you just let it go. You order it casually and directly, and then you just have blind faith that your spaghetti will get here. You go on about your business.
Your time, going about your business, chit-chatting,
you put yourself in the energy of receiving the spaghetti. That was the part of the analogy that I pulled. So you stay in the spaghetti restaurant. You don't leave the spaghetti restaurant and go to the taco truck. You stay at the spaghetti restaurant. So that's the part of lucky girl syndrome, I think, is that you tell yourself, you behave and speak, whether speaking is out loud speaking or in your head, as if you already live in that world where you have what you are manifesting.
Hey, this kind of brings up, I know we weren't talking about this in our pre-gaming, so this might take it a little bit of a turn, but a couple of weeks ago we were talking about that self-sabotage or self-saboteur syndrome. So even if something good is coming your way and you're not in that lucky girl mindset or however we want to say that, rock star syndrome, you would not be able to handle something even good coming your way because
you'll actively screw it up for yourself.
Yeah, you would dump a whole thing of salt in it or or not even recognize it as
curse your server out because it didn't get there in time and not ever get your spaghetti in the first place, get kicked out of the restaurant.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, I think I like it. I think it's fun. It's a pop culture way of bringing, some fun and some fun affirmations behind it and make it easy and accessible to people, and kind of catchy, so it gets you and I, going out last Friday, were lucky girls, and being able to just show up in a busy part of town, getting a place to eat at a very crowded restaurant, relatively easily, getting free shots.
That did happen.
Yeah. I mean, lucky girl syndrome right there.
Lucky girl.
But it's even amplified when you can share it with those that are around you. So that's, I think, the fun layer that you can add to that. That, those that are in your circle or your collaborators or your board of directors in your life and in your business or your friends, sharing in that energy just makes it even more magnetic.
Yeah. I mean, the best way to, influence others is just to model that behavior yourself. And when people see, how your mindset is, and even if they're inclined to be like, well, what the hell is she so happy about? At first, once they see how lucky or fortunate your life is actually becoming, then, that's the best chance of them starting to model that behavior and kind of creating that domino effect
and then be able to point it towards a goal or
Mm-hmm.
a desired outcome as a group together can be really
Mm-hmm.
powerful. You know what I was thinking about? Just giving the example of going to restaurants or whatever. I was thinking about, when you see bridal parties go out and everybody's wearing the t-shirts and, crowns or whatever, that's a very overt way of like, give me attention,
Mm-hmm.
free drinks and everything all the time. But you can generate that energy and presence without all of the fanfare.
Sure.
I mean, we seem to do that together.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
And
it's
I think
just
that comes from like an inner, like, very in like a humble way. We're having fun
sure.
in a very genuine way. Not that I'm knocking, I love to send over, drinks and shots to people when I see them out celebrating. It's fun. But, you don't have to do it that way. But it's like getting in that energy of openness and receiving. And I
Yeah.
think lucky girl syndrome and what we were talking about prior, looking into it energetically, that it comes from a place of like humbleness without the ego,
And authenticity. Yeah.
authenticity. Yeah. And really like exuding in your happiness and your confidence. And
Mm-hmm.
it hits different, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's the Empress energy, as the tarot people like to call it. It's full blown. Well, and I guess this is where the kind of lucky girl part is appropriate, even though it's not gender specific necessarily to talk about this Empress energy, but it's full blown expression of feminine energy. So that magnetic and attractiveness that you exude once you've come to that place of full expression. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. It even more creates that like right people, right place, right time type of
Mm-hmm.
feeling in that Empress energy. And you just made me remember, like, we've been in a lot of that Empress energy in the past
Mm-hmm.
week.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty nonchalantly. We were at
Yeah.
the ceremony with a bunch of amazing,
Yeah.
powerful women, the yoga.
Yeah. Well, it's nurturing, it's attractive. So people are attracted to you. And if there's multiple people in the same group with that attractive energy, it's just like you can't, the room can't take their eyes off of you as a collective.
Yeah, I think it's interesting
Pretty
that both of those like invitations that we accepted and went to those gatherings, they were for a very pointed reason. Like one of them being a tea gathering of women that all knew the same friend, or friend of a friend. And then the other one being a very random yoga instructor visit, a
Mhm.
lovely,
Mhm.
accidental yoga instructor that came to your studio
Mhm.
doing that, unique session, just, with very short notice. Both of those attracted in the right people, right time, right place. And even though they both had original intentions, they ended up evolving into something greater than what they were set out to be in the first place.
Mhm.
So it really went a lot deeper into like, wow, there's an even bigger reason why we're all together. Let's delve into this a little bit more. We weren't even expecting the different layers. So there's a lot more depth that can be enjoyed in that lucky girl, positive, emoting a lot of joy and authenticity and like vulnerability in a space.
Yeah, absolutely. People like it.
People like it. Soak it up.
People like it.
Yeah. So
And it's not a selfish energy. It's not an energy of there's not enough of this to go around. It's an energy of there's enough of this for everybody as
mhm,
long as you're not a dick,
right. I mean, I even see that too, like in the tea ceremony itself and the um what was she what is the person that holds it? Is she like a um
Master of ceremonies, I don't
master
know.
of ceremony? Yeah, pouring the tea.
Mhm.
So like it was like pouring the tea and filling and nourishing of each cup and each individual. And very like evenly spread from the same cup. But it has very much of that. Like we were talking about the energy of like cauldron ahead of this. So that
Alchemy.
alchemy, nourishing energy, pouring onto others and sharing in that flowed very well into the energy of gathering together. So yeah, lucky girl syndrome, when used on yourself, really powerful, really uplifting, gets you in that place where you can embody a lot of that which you desire, but then being able to be so nourished that you overflow onto others around you. Really, you can create some magic, even just in these, like, for example, very practical events that we went to became, we were like, oh, we have opportunity here for, like one of the girls, amazing. She does the blogging and the lifestyle material. We were able to add to that. We learned some Indian dancing, which was really cool. That was the agenda.
Learned might be a little strong of a word.
Yeah, I need to watch.
We neither one of us could execute that at this in any way that would do honor to the art of it.
No, but she was amazing. I mean, but I'm so grateful and honored that she felt open enough to.
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
It was fascinating, but just really adds to the experience and value of when you're like, oh, you can. We were talking about the word apathy. You can just expect, well, I'm just gonna go to a yoga class with some random people that show up in this location, or you can go to it with that lucky girl energy of like, I expect this to be magical and really get a lot of this and really put your all into it.
I don't have like cynicism about this, which wouldn't be, crazy or anything like that. But I mean, just think about like how much more pleasant living your life in that way is in a lucky girl kind of vibe. How much more pleasant and high quality are those type of moments as opposed to living in apathy or negative, some sort of lower vibration. I think apathy is pretty, although it sounds, almost neutral because it's like flat. Apathy, I've seen in many contexts, is the opposite of love, not hate.
Yeah, like I don't know,
apathy.
I don't know, I don't care. It's like so cold. The apathy, but like apathy, it I think talks very much to self. Being in the energy of apathy is like, like I could go without it. When talking about experiences for yourself versus the love energy or curiosity and excitement being on the opposite, like, or the joy, wonder, and awe of things is very, very different. So I think we were identifying or try to identify, what are some red flags that you might want to employ some of these affirmations that were shared or something like that would be like, first, you're feeling apathetic about your day to day or who you're sharing time with, lack of quality in your life and in your experiences and in your relationship. So it would be like ways, I mean, just like they say, when you have a big day ahead of you, to say, I'm so excited I get to all of these things versus
I have to.
Yeah, I have to. Oh, like it's so much. It's a very different feeling. So I'm for it, all the youngsters out there in TikTok.
TikTok. Y'all pretend she didn't say that.
my daughter loves TikTok when it makes it to YouTube. So I can see her. Like, I think it's valuable for her to say, for her to be a lucky girl.
Yeah. I think it's a great thing to teach our kids for sure.
Yeah, it has a different feeling to it, then and you and I are not big fans of saying like I'm so lucky.
Yeah, I don't like the word lucky. I like fortunate or something like that.
Yeah, but I
better.
guess it's not as cool for the kids, and we're like
Whatever.
elder, millennial, and
If
Gen.
y'all want to say lucky, that's cool. And, we can say it just because people understand what you're trying to say. But
Yeah,
personally, now I want to sort of throw in a caveat, and that is that what I don't think lucky girl syndrome is again getting really specific about your outcomes
yeah,
and running around saying, I'm going to get, $1 million deposited in my bank account by 6:13
right.
p.m. tonight. Like, don't,
You would
that
be
ain't
doing
it.
it all the time.
That ain't it. Don't be,
Mm,
don't be control freak over exactly how the outcomes and the process looks, but rather that overall idea of, I have the resources I need, I have the energy I need, whatever it is you're seeking, but more as a general idea.
right. Yeah, I'll have everything I need at the exact right time.
Mhm.
I'm always supported.
Right. Just just basically a general confidence
Mhm.
that things are going to be okay. Things always work out for you in the end because you're lucky
Yes,
or
blessed
fortunate.
or fortunate.
Fortunate. Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, because there's a lot of, love it or hate it around law of assumption, law of attraction, the idea of manifestation. And it comes up in corporate conversation now
Mhm.
very easily. It's all
Mhm.
over TED Talk. That's what everyone talks about is the creation of your own reality.
Right.
But it's what you do with your decisions based on your experience and your mindset that creates the life that you're either enjoying or apathetic about.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think we can like show our plants and our pets so much love that we should be able to give ourselves that. I mean, hey, did your plant make it, by the way?
It's still kicking, but I do not believe that I got all the infection out.
Toxins.
I did a plant surgery um last weekend. I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the last
I think you
podcast
might
or
have.
not, but I did a plant surgery to try to relieve my lovely snake plant of root rot. And the nurse in me really enjoyed that process, but I wasn't super confident because it was apparent by the instructions I was following that if I didn't get the entirety of the fungal infection out of the root body and the foliage and sanitize my tools just right in between each cut, that the plant would not make it. So I did all the things, debreeded the the root bed to the best of my ability, clipped what I could tell was bad about the foliage already, and completely sanitized the pot and repotted it and new soil and all that. And I've had it sitting out in the sun for a few days, but there are a couple of leaves that I've lost again. So I'm just gonna leave it out there and see if it either kind of stabilizes or just dies completely. It's up to the universe
I mean, it
now. I
reminds
did the
me.
Hail Mary.
Yeah, you did a Hail Mary. It reminds me of the pumpkin that we talked about.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
back
This
to
was
pieces.
pretty, I mean, I was amazed at how human like the wound was.
Yeah, very symbolic.
Hmm.
I mean, we need to put some love post-it notes on that plant.
Yeah. I mean, I think spending 3 hours on a surgical
Was a
procedure
lot of
was a
was a lot of
love
attention.
Post-it note.
It
Yeah.
really was. Yeah. I mean, but look, like how much energy and love and attention we put into our plants. And not a lot of people put that into themselves.
Well, that was the whole thing has been symbolic for me. We're
Yes.
going a little tangent here, but I think it'll all tie in at the end. Because if y'all harken back, I can't remember which episode we were talking about this, but
Oh, yeah.
on a previous episode, we talked about me feng shuiing my love and relationships corner. And that plant was a very intentional part of that. And that was the first thing in my home that I had really like intentionally applied, feng shui treatments to. So I really wanted, I had incentive to try to save this plant that I must have overwatered at some point. Huh. Even more symbolism there. So talking about, giving it your best shot and removing toxins, which I know is a big energetic collective theme right now. But also where I'm at now with the symbolism of it is at a certain point after you've given it all you can give it, you got to let it go. If it becomes apparent that it's dying and it's not meant to be in your life anymore, you can't cling to it. You can
Right.
just let it be and see what happens. And so that's what I'm doing. I've got it out in the sunshine. And if it lives, it lives. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a fresh plant and we'll go from there.
Yeah. I mean, as much as we love snake plants and all their many benefits.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it's
can get another one. It's a really nice snake plant.
it was really nice. And what's really interesting about that is in Florida, I mean, really anywhere, snake plants are really hard to kill.
Yeah. But I didn't, I don't know. I must have
Overly
overwatered
tended
it.
to it. Yeah.
Mhm. And I knew it didn't need much, but whatever. I guess all it takes is once, or maybe it got double watered, or who knows. But it caught the fungus.
It did. Oh.
And if that were a human wound, I mean, I would have said that's a very angry wound.
Yeah. Oh.
It had infiltrated very deep and there was pus and
Oh, goodness.
I don't want to gross anybody out, but
You already did.
Yeah. Sorry.
Coming from a nurse though, but
that was really tempered.
It was. Yeah.
It was very nondescript.
But those of us that aren't nurses. Yeah. I mean, lucky girl syndrome has a lightness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a light appreciation, like just, like spritzing on perfume, or I don't wear perfume, but like just spritzing on something versus a heavy pour.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that lightness of energy when we're casually ordering our spaghetti versus demanding or like over.
I need this to be okay.
Yeah. And it needs to not have pine nuts, and you need to add this, and I want cheese, and it needs to be just temperature. So it's like a light, like I'd like your best spaghetti. And then go back to chit-chatting and enjoying your day and attracting in,
because you just know it's coming.
And you're having such a good time that people send you tequila shots.
Exactly.
And then that's just the way.
Before you know it, you had no idea how long the spaghetti even took because you were having such a good time.
Yeah. You just embody that.
Enjoying your life and continuing to be in that lucky girl mindset. So life is enjoyable, even if you don't have the thing that you're
the next
waiting on in the background
around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The best things aren't scripted.
Word.
So yeah, anything else we can add to this topic of lucky girl syndrome?
I don't think so. Just be cool. Tell yourself good things and good things will happen.
Yeah. And we want to hear about them.
We do.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it grow. We'll put this out to the Conscious Collaboration Collective, and maybe we can all build upon one another's intentions or
Mhm.
goals and put some energy
Pump
behind.
up your fellow lucky girls
Yeah, it's even
and dudes.
better together. Yes.
Lucky bros. Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Lucky bros, lucky girls.
gender neutral can use
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say. Come up with ideas. We could use that too.
Lucky dogs.
I mean, yeah. Who let the dogs out?
No one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows.
All right, Emily. This has been fun, I think. A fun
Always. Never dull with these.
We are going to max out the to-do list. It's gonna just come together with ease
Mhm.
and a little flair. And whoever
Mhm.
receives it on the other end is gonna be like, that was amazing.
Right?
And hopefully not add any more to that list.
No.
No, we can take it on because we're lucky girls that way.
Exactly.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining us. We hope that you'll connect with us via the link in our description. And we'll talk to you next time.
Talk to you in 5.
Talk to you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank y'all so much for listening to our podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends so they can join our circle of collaboration on this journey. You can find us on Instagram at Conscious Collaboration Podcast, on Spotify, iTunes, and Audible, to name a few. Please join us next time for another deep dive into how you can live life in more alignment, mind, body, and business. Send us your questions and comments in our DMs or email us at consciouscollaborationpodcast@gmail.com. See you in 5 minutes.